Good morning, everyone, and welcome to JockJive Sports. This is Trey James, your announcer for the games here at the 2024 Dixie Softball World Series, and it has been, let's see, a little strange. How about that? Mother Nature has really been playing her wild tricks on us over the last several days. At one point, it would look like it's very sunny, and then next it would rain like nobody's business. Yesterday, we were able to get a couple games in, and all of a sudden a monsoon dropped down on us and literally washed us out. So what we're having to do is make up these games. We are now broadcasting the Alabama-Florida Dixie Bells game, and this is the resumption of the 22 game yesterday, July 22nd game. And we are starting in the top of the fourth with 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, and I do not know who the batter is yet, only because I was not broadcasting this game yesterday and I do not have the information, so I'm kind of going on the fly. So excuse me for any mistakes that I probably will make as we get going. But Alabama is in the field. Florida will be batting. I'm not sure who the first batter is, so we're going to go from there. And as soon as I know, you'll know. And like I said, this has been a very interesting and strange development over the last several days for the World Series. I'm really sorry that these guys have to go through this. And it looks like number 0, who's number 0 on the list? That's Chemis. All right, Steve Chemis is up to bat. And she has 1 ball and 1 strike on her. And here comes the pitch. And she lays down a bunt, and it goes foul. The third baseman was able to get it up. They calling it fair because the third baseman, Cantlow, was in the, I believe that is her name. I'm trying to read number 24, Cantlow. Let me get that going. 24. Yes, that is Cantlow. That is Geneza Cantlow. She touched the ball while in fair territory, and the ball was going foul. But anyway, Chemis is now on first. And I'm going to try and get this situated here. So that's Chemis there. And I'm going to go do this on the fly, just like I said. So she's on first base. And then that will lead with Ratliff, the top of the lineup, is number 48. And she is 1 ball and 1 strike. Let me get this overlay here. There we go. So we have 1 on. Count is 1-1. And Chemis is stealing second, and looks like she is out. Chemis is out stealing second base, so she is no longer on the base paths. So the count is 2-1. Let me get these up here now. 2-1. That's 3-1 now. So I'll just leave that there. So we have 1 out. Count is 3-1 to Ratliff. And the pitcher delivers, and the ball is hit to shortstop. Throws it over to the first baseman for the second out. So Ratliff grounds out to the shortstop. And now we have 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Let me change that because that is not the first inning. There we go. Now it seems that everything's getting caught up. This originally was supposed to be an 11 o'clock game, but they pushed it up to 10 because of some more weather is coming in. Yay! Pitcher delivers a low bowling ball to the catcher, and it is called a ball. I must say the umpires during this entire endeavor has been doing a fine job. There have been very few arguments between the coaches and players between the umpires, so they are all doing a fine job. And that ball is hit to center field. It'll fall in right behind the second baseman in the grass. The center fielder picks it up, and now it goes. That was, excuse me, Danliano or Pantali. Oh, okay, Pantiano. She is on first base. And if I remember correctly, Pantiano is Philippine, and I believe her parents are very happy to have her in the World Series. And the pitch to number 7, I believe, is, yes, Halema. So Halema is at the bat, and she has a 0-1 count to her. And that was dead ball because hit the batter. So Halema is now down to first base on a free pass. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And Emily Hamburg is now up to bat. So Pantoliano is on second. Halema is on first. Hamburg is at the bat with 2 outs. And as you can hear the chanting from the dugout for Florida. So the count is 0-1 to Hamburg. Hamburg has some strength. She does know how to hit the ball. I've watched her play 2 days ago, I believe it was. She knows how to drive the ball. And the pitch, low, ball 1. Again, we have 2 on, 2 out. Hamburg at the plate. Count is 1-1. That's swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Hamburg. And the pitch is delivered and swinging. Strike 3. Hamburg strikes out for the final out. So Florida is retired. The score is 1-0. Florida is leading. I'm sorry, Alabama is leading the game. I'm still trying to get my facts and figures in here. Oh, I'm going to take a break here for a second while we take some technical issues and get that taken care of. So we'll be right back. Okay, as you probably noticed, we had some readjustment to the camera because the tripod was in the way of some of the officials where it is located. So what we're doing is we're trying to give you the best possible video feed for this. So as we go to the bottom of the 4th, Alabama is leading. Florida is leading Alabama. No, see, I haven't gotten everything written down in my book yet here. Again, the game was supposed to start at 11 o'clock, but because due to the weather that's going to be coming in, they pushed it up to 10, and we got last-minute notifications. So we're trying to get everything situated. So just give us a few minutes here to kind of get in. But as the case is, Alabama is leading 1-0 over Florida. And the first pitch from the pitcher is 0-1. And as soon as I get all the names in my book and get situated, I can start calling up the names, because I know the families would love to hear their children's names mentioned online here for the game. So again, trying to get everything proper. And the pitch is delivered, and it is fouled off. That was a wild ricochet. What happened is that the ball hit the backstop from the foul ball off the bat, and then bounced back into the field of play fair. So I don't think that's allowed, and that's why the umpire called it properly a strike. 0-2 the count. Popped up. And as soon as I get the number 37, as soon as I get that information, number 37 is Reese Garrett. She is second in line in the batting order. And she will be followed by Beth Dixon and Janasia Cantlow. Ball outside. The count is 1-2 to Reese Garrett. And that is fouled, way out. I don't even see where it landed. It was that high and that far to the left, and it went out of bounds. So the count remains 1-2 to Garrett. Garrett is a center fielder for Alabama. The pitcher delivers. And that is a stroke down, lands fair. It is a fair ball just inside the foul line, and Garrett takes a long turn at first base and comes back to the bag for a single. So Garrett is on base with a beautifully placed strike and in the field, so it just lands just inside the chalk line for a fair ball. We have Beth Dixon. She is the left fielder for Alabama. And she comes up to the plate with the count 0-0 in her favor. Do not pay attention to that strikeout sign. That was a mistake by me. And Dixon bunts the ball down. It goes foul. It goes foul. I'm a little excited right now. But as we go through, we will get things situated, and everything will calm down a little. I feel like I'm a wind-up toy right now, and the child has overwhelmed the spring. So let me get a little. That is low, ball one. Garrett steals second base. She is now on second. Count is 1-1. Get this caught up here. There we go. So Garrett steals second base. Count is 1-1 with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Dixon pops up to the right and is caught by the first baseman. So that is one out.
Now batting number 24, Janasia Cantlow.
So Janasia Cantlow is now at the plate. She is the third baseman for Alabama. Pitch is high for ball one. Cantlow will be followed by Kaylee Compton, who the catcher is for Alabama. All right, the pitcher is getting ready on the mound. She's about to deliver. And the pitch. Swing and a miss by Cantlow. And Garrett is dancing around on the second base. She looked like she was going to try and steal third, but she was able to be driven back to second. The pitcher winds up and delivers. High ball 2. Cantlow steps out of the box, trying to gather her thoughts. All these banters going on with the players to either throw off the opposing team or cheer on their teammates. It is just amusing. It is very fun and entertaining. That last pitch was a ball. The count now is 3-1 to Cantlow. Garrett still remains at second base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. We do have bright skies here, slightly cloudy. Fouled off by Cantlow to the right, and that is, I think that just hit the fire truck. They're going to have to work that dent out. Cantlow stands her ground while she tries to bring in Garrett from second base. The count now is full, 3-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, with Alabama leading Florida 1-0. And the pitch, driven far into the center left field, and the center fielder picks it. She was standing right where she should have been, and she catches the ball for the 2nd out, so Cantlow flies out to center field. So there's a fly out, so that's F8 if you're keeping track at home. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, we have Kaylee Compton now up to bat. She's the catcher for Alabama. And she drives one down, and that is a foul ball. Barely foul, barely foul. So as Compton gets back into the box, count is 0-1 to her with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitcher will deliver the ball and swing and a miss. A little slow on the draw there. Number 77, let's see if I can get that. Number 77 is looking is Falls, A. Falls. I don't have her first name, my apologies. They just give the initial for the first name. But Falls is the pitcher on the mound. And that is low, ball 1. So number 77 Falls walks back a little bit from the pitching rubber, and she's kind of getting her information straight from the card on her wrist. They have these cards on the wrist and they have all the pitching information that they need for the batters that are coming up for their opposing team. That is ball 2. And to me, I mean, yeah, if it helps you, great. But the thing is, it comes down to actually throwing the ball. You can think that you're going to throw a fastball or a slow ball or a curve ball or a screwball, it doesn't matter. But if you cannot perform the pitch, all the information in front of you is useless. But I'm sure these players have done this time and time again. Like I said before, we're all human. We make mistakes. We do the best we can. That is ball 3. So we got a full count on Compton at the plate. Garrett still at second with 2 outs. And let's see how things work along for the rest of the inning. I'm sure Compton would love to get a base hit to bring in Garrett. who led off the inning with a single and then stole second. All I hear is Neener. His ball's driven down to third base, and she is safe. Compton is safe. The third baseman grabbed the ball just inside the line and was able to throw over to the first baseman. First baseman Hamburg bobbled it a little bit and just enough to allow Compton to reach first base safely. So now we have 2 outs, first and third. Garrett on first, Compton on third. I'm sorry. Garrett on third, Compton on first. Sometimes I get a little dyslexic, especially when I'm still trying to wind down and get into the groove of the game. So if I make any errors, which I probably will, my apologies. Okay, and of course Compton takes off for second. Oh, no, that is not Compton. She has been pinch run for. I do not have the number for the player who took Compton's place, but now she is on second base. So we got second and third, 2 outs. The count is 1-0 to the batter, Stevens. That is Mary Holland Stevens, who's the shortstop, number 10, as she drives the ball to the second baseman. Second baseman throws it to first. That makes it 3 outs, and the inning is over. And Alabama was not able to get on more runs onto the scoreboard, so it still remains 1-0 Alabama over Florida, heading to the top of the 5th inning. So while I have these, just to call it on the scorecard, that was 4-3 put out on Stevens. So now Florida will take the field, and we will go into the top of the 5th. And it will be Hamburg, Johns, and Blakely. Let me switch over to their information. Yeah, so it'll be number 5, Hamburg, number 4, Johns, and number 22, Blakesley. Make sure I pronounce that correctly, because all the listeners at home deserve that, as well as, and particularly the parents and family and relatives and friends of the players. So if I mispronounce somebody, I will do my best not to mispronounce them. Okay, so we got Hamburg, Johns, and Blakesley. And just give me a second here while I start getting caught up.
Now taking the mound for Alabama, number 9, number 11, Beth Dixon.
Okay, I missed a play last inning, so it was not Hamburg. She made the final out. Johns is at the plate now, number 4, Johns.
Number 4,
Peyton Johns is batting now, number 4. So let's get that taken care of. All right, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss from Johns. Okay, and the pitch again, string and a strike 2. That's 2 swings and misses. And that is ball, a swing and a foul ball to the backstop. Count remains 0-2. As the pitcher for Alabama steps in and pitches, swing and a miss. He slowed it up enough to fool the batter Johns, and that'll make it 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And Blakesley now is coming to the plate, number 22, Blakesley. And the cheers continue. They got some lovely chants going on here in the dugouts. Some of them are pretty funny. That's low, ball 1. So with a count of 1-1 and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Just to let you know, Dixie Bells, they play 7 innings as opposed to the Ponytails who only play 6. That's a foul ball, strike 2. So we will be here for 3 full innings unless Alabama or unless Florida does not take the lead. So if it comes to the middle of the 6th or middle of the 7th and Alabama is still leading, that'll be the end of the game. And the pitch to Blakesley is low, ball 3. I apologize for being behind on that, but it is a full count. And pitch is delivered and hit over to the second baseman, who throws to first and for the second out. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Infield comes in and congratulates the pitcher. We all say hi. Probably trying to figure out what they're going to do after the game. That's not what they're talking about, I believe me. Okay, we have number 56, Falls, coming to the plate. On that last play, it'll be 4-3 put out. Low, ball 1. That looked like that came in on a rope. A little juice on it. Two and 0 to Falls. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and that came in at least 55 miles an hour. That had some gas on it, maybe even 60. Wish I had a gun here for the radar gun, just to see how fast these girls are throwing. And the pitch high, another speedster, ball 3. Control is the secret here for the pitchers. You can throw as fast as you can, but if you can't get in the strike zone, ball 4, she takes her base. Falls is on first base now due to a walk. So we got 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Player on first.
Number 77, Aubrey Falls.
Aubrey Falls, number 77, now is up to bat. And the pitch. Oh, she looked like she was about to swing and decided not to, but the pitch is called a strike. So 0-1 to Aubrey Falls. 1 to Falls. And the delivery bounced just before the plate for ball 2. Falls steps out of the box, regroups herself, and then steps back in. And the pitch right down the center of the plate for strike 2. That had some gas on it. And the delivery, high, ball 3. The pitcher swing in. The batter swings in and hits it back to the pitcher, throws it over to first gently, and that ends the inning. So as we head to the bottom of the 5th, no runs were scored, and one hit, one walk, and the score remains Alabama 1, Florida 0. And if you're keeping score there, Falls was a victim of a 1-3 putout, pitcher to first base. All right, as we head to the bottom of the 4th, we will have McClendon, Meyer, and Horn come to the plate at least. If any one of them get on, we will continue on down the order. I just had a wild thought fly into my head. I'm just wondering how long it'll take when there'll just be robots out on the field playing. I really wonder sometimes about my brain. It does things I don't even think about. It's called autotomic. Yes, one day we'll have mechanized players out there, and I'm sure there will be betting on that. But I don't know. Let humans play. That's all I want to say.
Now batting number 4, Yaley McClendon.
All right, number 4, the second baseman, McClendon, is at the plate now. Falls still the pitcher for Florida. And the pitch is high for ball 1. That is a person who's not having a problem with math. That is a code for the batter. They say some of the strangest things for codes. That is driven down to the third baseman, who picks it up and throws it over to the first baseman, number 7. And that is out.
Coming into the box, number 2, Julian Meyer.
So Julianne Myers comes to the plate, number 2. She is the right fielder for Alabama. She steps into the box to face Falls. And the pitch is low, gets away from the catcher there. We do have some nice guys. The sun is peeking out behind the cloud right now. That is not guaranteed to last. It's sort of like the weather changes every 5 minutes here. And like I stated earlier, there was a monsoon that drove through here yesterday. Count is 2-0. At one point, I swear I saw an arc float by. And I felt bad for the crew, the field crew, because they had just dumped a lot of quick dry on the field to kind of dry out the puddles from yesterday's rain, or the day before's rain. The count is 3-0 now to Mount Meyer. And the day before, they even had more quick dry on the field because Saturday's rain was another deluge, not as bad as yesterday. I thought Saturday was bad. Yesterday was worse, 10 times worse. And we were just trying to get out of here with our lives. The umpire rightfully called the game at the beginning of that strike one to Myers. The umpire had rightfully called the game yesterday when we were just in the top of the first inning with Louisiana and Prince George in the Ponytail League. When Lightning did a transverse strike, which is from left to right, is not a ground strike. And he called it, and within 15 minutes, it was down. Wow, that was that pitch was right between the legs of Myers. She moved her one leg back a little bit, and then the ball went between her legs for ball 4. So she is on first base with a walk, and a very unusual one. But now I think you have to make some sort of conscious effort to get out of the way of the pitch if it is coming at you. If you just stand there and take it, I do not believe that is legal. You try and make some sort of effort. And Myers takes off for second, and she makes it safely standing up.
Now batting number 9.
So now she is on second base. So we have Brooke Horn here, number 9, who is the pitcher for Alabama. So we have count is 0-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss from Horn. 0-1. Or 0-2 in the count, I'm sorry, my apologies. 0-2 the count to Horn. Falls, kind of kicks at the dirt at the pitching rubber. And leans and rocks and is about to deliver. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Horn is down on strikes. So that is 2 outs. And Meyer still at second. Haley Griffin now is at the plate. She's number 97, and she's the first baseman for Alabama. Falls, rocks, pitches. Low, ball 1. I hope you can hear that. Some of these chants are great. And the pitch. So strike 2 as Meyer takes off for third, and she is safe. Just made it safe. Got under the tag. So now she is on third. The count is 1-1 to Griffin. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 the count to Griffin. Falls, looks in the catcher, rocks it in, pitches, and that is high, ball 2. And with the backstop so closely to the home plate, the ball bounces back to the catcher, and Myers is not able to move forward. And the pitch, swing and a miss, brings the count even at 2. So we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And Griffin is desperately trying to drive home Meyer. They were trying to add to their lead. and make it more difficult for Florida to come back and win. And that is high, way high, ball 3. I don't even think O'Neal Davis could have hit that from the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he's 6'7". Three and two. Popped up and almost hits Griffin in the helmet. Just comes right behind her. Count remains 3 and 2. This backstop is like I would say, quarter slice of an orange. Or grapefruit if you want to do it that way. And if it hits the very top, it'll shoot right back down. Ball gets into position and looks in on the catcher and delivers the pitch. Popped up and once again goes straight back up and straight back down. I believe God is protecting Griffin to keep her from getting hit by the ball on the ricochet. The probability of that happening, I mean, getting hit off the ricochet is pretty low. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, especially for the Griffin family. And she is wearing protective gear. Swing and a miss. Griffin strikes out, ending the inning. And as we go to the top of the 6th, Alabama still leads 1-0.
State champions from Florida, 0. State champions from Alabama, 1.
Okay, Alabama is leading 1-0 going into the top of the 6th, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back here in the top of the 6th. Just trying to get some technical difficulties worked out. It would appear that we were not broadcasting on YouTube, and but now is issue. But don't worry about it. You'll be able to see the game in its entirety from the top of the 4th due to the weather constraints. But we were rained out here yesterday for. And the game was in the middle of the match, so it was they picked it up in the top of the 4th. So you can go back and rewatch the beginning of that portion of this broadcast for today, and you really do want to because I got some great banter in there. That's low, ball 1. Count is 1-2 to McWhirter, number 28. She is the catcher for Florida. And the pitch outside, ball 2. Okay, 2-2 is the count. And it's hit over to the second baseman, who throws it over to the first. And that is out number 1 here in the top of the 6th.
Coming in the back, number 21, Olivia Wiley.
So Olivia Wiley is now at the bat, number 21. And if you keep the score at home, that was a 4-3 put out. Strike 1, says the umpire. It is really a nice day right now. And has stroked into the left field between second or short and third. Wiley is on with a hit. That makes her teammates very happy. They need to get some runners here in order to catch up to Alabama, which is not going to be difficult because it's only a 1-run lead. But Harbuck is now at the plate, number 11 Harbuck. Makes a little cross in the dirt with the end of her bat. Pitcher delivers. Low ball 1. And Wiley takes off for second. She now moves within scoring position. So 1-0 the count. Time on the field. Umpires are conversing about something. Wondering who's going to get the sandwiches later, I imagine. That is not what they're talking about. Just making sure you realize that. All right. Harbuck steps back into the plate with a count 1-0 against her. Swing and a miss. It was a tip, but the catcher caught it, so the count is now 1-1. And the pitch, strike 2, just inside the plate line. Caught the outer edge of the plate. 1-2 is the count. Wiley on second. Swing and a miss, and Harbuck strikes out. So that is now 2 outs. So Chemist, number 0, is up to bat. Chemist desperately wants to get Wiley in. Swing and a miss, strike 1. This is the time when the batters really have to focus in and play within themselves and not to overdo it. Because once you try and do that, ball low, it tends to take you out of your natural swing. Just play within yourself. Keep inside your mind and make sure that you're just here to just get a single, a double, doesn't matter, but it's just put the ball in play. There's a pop-up down the first base line, which is caught for the final out. Chemist pops up to first base, which is a pop-up 1, so it's P1 or P3. Sorry about that, P3. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Alabama still retains their lead, 1-0 over Florida. And Florida will have 1 more inning, 3 more outs to try and rectify this situation where they are behind by 1. All right, as we go into the bottom of the 6th, I'm sorry, that says bottom of the 7th. That is my fault. It's supposed to be bottom of the 6th. There we go. Sometimes these computers, you tap them really light, and all of a sudden, bang, bam, it's a double tap. So just got to work around it. Falls is back out on the mound. As we go into the bottom of the sixth, we will have Brown, Long, and Garrett come to the plate. So Mary Clark Brown is one of the substitutes or extra players, as you want to call it. Then we have Miley Long, number 5. She's also a substitute. And then Gracie Smith is also a substitute.
Number 26, Mary Clark Brown.
Okay, Alabama has a chance to extend their lead here, so we'll see how they do. All right, Brown gets into the box, hunkers down, waits for the pitch, and it is ball 1. Here's the pitch, fouled off, strike 1. Ball was a little high, but swung and missed. And the delivery. Pops it up to the second baseman, who catches it for out number 1. That is a 4 unassisted.
Now batting number 5, Miley Long.
All right, number 5, Miley Long here is at the plate. She hunkers down and waits the delivery of the ball. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Falls checks her wrist for the markings to see how she's supposed to pitch long. And the pitch. She lays down a bunt, third baseline. Third baseman takes it over and throws it over into the first, and then she is out. The first baseman had to stretch there a little bit because that was quite a dirt throw there, but she was able to stretch out and bring the ball in for out number 2. So Florida is very happy about that. So we're in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. And Garrett comes to the plate. Garrett bats left. And Falls pitches. Pops it up to the backstop for strike 1. Garrett got Gracie. I'm sorry, that's Gracie Smith. My apologies. Gracie Smith. I don't know why that wasn't written in. This is Gracie Smith, number 3. She's a substitute. Garrett is a center fielder, so Smith is. I know why. What happened? Garrett led off the 4th, and I didn't write down Smith's name, so my apologies on that. This is Gracie Smith, number 3. She is a substitute. But the count is 1-1. Now it is 2-1. So when 2-1 is the count. Yeah, when we all started this, it was like on the fly. We were told that originally the game was going to start at 11. It started at 10 instead, and we had about 15 minutes notice on that one. So as we got into the complex. We're running around like mad little rabbits. Swing and a miss, strike two. The foul tip. The catcher caught it. Now, if the catcher caught that on strike three, she would have been out. But Gracie Smith, this is the last player to bat today from the Alabama team. So I had left a space open for her, but forgot to write her name in. So again, on me. Oh, that was way outside. Ball three. All right, McWhirter checks in with their coach in dugout there for information. So 3-2, full count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a miss. Smith strikes out. That will end the inning, and Florida keeps Alabama from adding on to their lead.
Florida 0, Alabama 1.
So we are now at the top of the seventh. This is the last chance for Florida to make a run and try and get this at least a tie to continue on. But I know Florida, being who they are, they want to get at least 2. They don't like playing for ties. Okay, well, we have the top of the order coming in. It'll be Ratliff, Pontigliano, and Halema coming to the plate in that order. And we hope you're all enjoying the broadcast here from JockJive Sports. Let me see if I can get that is Dixon pitching, number 11. And as the infield comes in, they know what the job is. They want to shut down Florida and go on to the next round, and they want to send Florida home. So as number 48, Ratliff, comes to the plate, batting left. They don't want their dream to end here.
Leading off the seventh, back to the top of the lineup for Florida, number 48, Cadence Ratliff.
All right, this is it, do or die. They've had a long road to get here, and Florida doesn't want to see it end. That's ball one. And there goes some more chanting. And a lot of hand clapping. In time, too. Rhythm, good rhythm. A lot of practice, I imagine. And that ball is driven to the left side, and it is foul. Foul ball. Brings the count even to 1-1. I just wanted to stay quiet there a little bit so you can hear what they're saying. Which way, that way, which way, that way. Ball's low. 2-1 the count to Ratliff. And the pitch from Dixon. Low, ball 3. I would imagine Dixon feels the weight of the world on his shoulders. They're 3 outs away from moving on, and that ball is hit to the shortstop. She picks it up, throws it over to first base for 1 out. Ratliff grounds out to the shortstop. That is a 6-3 put out. That brings up number 23, Pontigliano. I just hope I'm pronouncing that name right, Pontigliano. And the pitch, ball, looked like she was about to swing, and at the last second decided not to. As Dixon delivers, swing and a miss, swung under that. Literally one of the most difficult things to do in the world of sports is to hit a very small ball with a very narrow bat, flushly enough to keep it within 2 lines of play and keep it away from the 9 other players on the field. Very difficult. And the pitch, swing and a miss, foul tip, 2-2. Got to keep up on this, 2-2. Dixon pitches. Pontoliano knocks it down the first base line as the first baseman picks it up and gets to the base just before Pontoliano can get there for the second out. Ella goes back to the dugout dejected. They are now down to their final out. Florida is it. This is it. This is what it all comes down to. Halema is coming to the plate, trying to keep within herself, not to get too overworked. And that was a 3 unassisted over at first base. Ball 1 to Halema. And the pitch. And she knocks it down to first base, and the first baseman drops it, but Halema is out. And that is it. That is the game. Final score here. Final score. One of the tightest games I've seen since I've been here for this tournament. 1-0 final score. And as the players line up, they're going to meet at the mound, give each other high fives, congratulate each other, and then they're going to give the distribution of the medal to Florida for making it this far, and Alabama will move on. Such a difference of emotion here, of euphoria and dejection. So Alabama seems to be reserved in their victory. Shows a little bit of class. They're not dancing all over the place, showing up Florida. I congratulate them highly on that. And now they are meeting together with arms crossed over and hands interlocked. And they are doing the same with Florida. I imagine they're going to say a prayer now. High class right there. That's sportsmanship. That truly is sportsmanship, where both teams go in and do that. They know the higher cause. And they break and then move on. Well, that's it here for the Grayson P. Austin Field, with Alabama taking it to Florida 1-0. We greatly appreciate you staying with us here, JockJive Sports. This is Trey James, your announcer. Greatly appreciate you staying and watching. And we will be back in a little bit on a different feed. So go back to JockJiveSports.com for your feed listing. And then we will be able to broadcast more games for you to watch. Again, Trey James here. Thank you very kindly. Take care. God bless. And goodbye.
Shake the hand of National